So, how many of you like beverages? Today's class was in grade 3B, wherein we introduced the beverages in French. The class was started at a very energetic tone, where I asked students about how they are feeling, how are they in French. They replied back in French only. Mihan, comment ça va? Perfect. Comment ça va? Then we initiated the class by introducing what are beverages. The students also told about what beverages they like. Water, juice, cold drink with juice.
Juice like mango juice, apple juice.
And they told that in English. I showed some of the flashcards to the students in which we have the images and the names of the flashcards written in French.
Orange.
Now repeat after me. Le jus de. So I helped the students to pronounce all those beverage names. Perfect. So the life skills I addressed in today's class were self-awareness, critical thinking, as well as interpersonal relationships. We did several activities which actually were focused on nurturing these three life skills. If I talk about self-awareness, in the class we did an activity where the students were actually telling about their preference about any particular beverage. Okay, second sentence.
Shame, juice, orange.
They framed a sentence wherein they also mentioned which beverage they don't like. They looked at the board where all the flashcards were written. Out of 8 beverages, they actually shared their preferences. Right? So this activity was nurturing the self-awareness among the students. We are moving to an activity where you will actually taste the beverages. And then you have to tell the name which beverage you have tasted. Sounds fun? Right? Yeah. So in this particular activity, the students were actually given a small glass filled with a particular beverage, and it was covered with an aluminium foil so that students cannot see that what is in there. So the students have to taste that particular beverage and then name it in French. Don't say the name right now. And all of these activities were conducted in different teams. Okay, thank you. From 3 teams in the class, Team A, Team B and Team C. And it was quite a gamification kind of thing where the willing team got the privilege to enjoy the lunch with the teacher as well as enjoy the savor of the beverages. So I'll tell you, when I was studying French, when I was at the very beginners level, my teacher, they just displayed the beverage names and the images on the presentation on the TV, and we were asked to pronounce with the teacher. And after that, we were given notes to learn those beverages and the names of those beverages, and then in the next class we were asked to repeat those beverage names. Now I think here there is no active learning here because in these cases when the student is just observing the image and just learning the name, in this case they will not be able to relate it with their real life. The students will be able to retain for a longer period of time when they are tasting any particular thing or when they are feeling something in the real life. When they are experiencing the taste of that particular beverage, and at the same time they are also learning the name of that and they are naming that by looking at the board. So what will happen is their taste receptors will work in such a way that they are also tasting it and they are also learning it, and apart from that they are also speaking that, right? So they will be able to retain the words for a longer period of time rather than just looking at the board and just pronouncing with the teacher. That in this case they may forget some words very quickly, but when they are tasting in the real life and when they are engaged in such an activity, then multiple skills are being nurtured and also the learning is made fun. So here in Pragyanam, we are teaching foreign languages to the students from grade 1 onwards. The intention behind it is that when the students are younger, then their ability to learn any particular language, any foreign language, is more rather than compared to other students who are little elder from grade 4 onwards. So in the initial years from grade 1 onwards, we're just giving them an exposure to figure out which language interests them the most. In these particular beginning years, they will be able to, when they will be exposed to learn a new language, to learn a particular language, then they will be able to make better choices in the future. So that is the only intention we are offering the foreign languages from grade 1 onwards.